Hello, welcome to Stormhaven. It's warm. The temperature has changed again and it's hot.
And windy.
So we've got a bit happening this fortnight. There's just tons on the go. Lots of seed planting to happen. Lots of planting full stop.
Finish the stout off. Heading down to Gatton to see Nana. So that'll be fun.
Yep. Okay, so we'll just get straight into it. And we'll see you in a minute.
See you soon. Bye.
Hello. How are you? Nicola's here, but she's not talking. She's very shy. You probably picked that up in all the videos. She's so shy, she never talks. So what are we doing? We got some hippiestrums or amaryllis seeds. So Nick got me a packet of seeds, label, water. What do we do? Just fold them on. So we're just going to, oh yes please, pour them into the thing and into the container.
Where's your hand?
YouTube is your friend, so we've just watched them. And do we know what colour these?
Yeah, they're red and white.
Red and white. So it's good old.
Just
dip them in there. Good old standard. So anyway, we'll keep an idea. We're going to try and get them started and see if we can get them grown. Oops. Get the last of them out of the packet. They're very light. We haven't harvested our own seed from the hippies. So the first flower is on for this year's is come up, and the bulbs are all sitting there ready to get going. But anyway, we'll let you know how we go with trying to grow them from seed.
It's Sunday afternoon, and I'm sitting here having a. Oh, I have something in it. I have an ant, and I have a dirty hand, so I can't even fish it out.
Do you want me to get in?
Yeah, you're going to have to. I have that's soda water and lime juice cordial, so I made a big batch on the side.
Oh, just one.
Yeah. So I made a big batch of lime juice cordial and I ended up with over 1.5 litres. So that should keep me going for a little while.
De-anted.
Thank you. And so what you're seeing is the result of my lime juice cordial making undertaking again. So it's just after 6?
No, quarter to 6.
Quarter to 6. Okay, there you go. And it's just lovely. As you can see, it's quiet. Winnie's in his little playpen. Kayla's out the back enjoying another bone that she found. And listen to the bird song. Isn't that lovely? Where am I going?
Well, here's Mummy. Where are we going? We're going to go and have a look.
Apparently something's been digging.
Down the steps. Doop, 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 doop. There's Rose. There's a sunny day.
Which way are we going?
Over here.
Not in my lavenders and irises.
Oh, could be.
Fucking bastard.
Well, are you allowed to swear on YouTube?
Doesn't matter.
No permanent damage.
Oh.
So you're getting it live eyewitness news. Nicola hasn't seen this yet. That's a fair hole.
That is a fair hole.
That's what I said. That's different. We've had digging before, but not. I don't know if you can.
It's all the way over here, all the way across there, and over there.
Yeah, they've dug around the lavender. As I said, the sweet peas, which were going really well, and they were the best sweet peas we had. They are
toast.
They're toast, but they're sacrificial. That's not the end of it. I was going to get the shovel. I wouldn't bother. But I just can't follow. And then I had another go over here. So yeah, it's just odd, like, but dug all around
That
the back.
doesn't look like Kayla.
Oh, no, it's just weird, whatever it was. But that's a very comprehensive digging exercise.
They didn't touch you.
No, well, they didn't get into the, as I said, into the important stuff.
No, thankfully they haven't pulled out my lavender.
No, dug around it, which was weird. That was, again, like a horseshoe or a U.
Yeah.
Very peculiar.
That's not a Kayla dig.
Okay, it's been 2 weeks since we put the stout down, so I've just sterilised using a Morgan sterilising powder at the minute because we couldn't get the Coopers or Brigalow. Got the bottles. Interesting thing, the Morgan's bottles, which we have some plastic bottles, 750ml. The Cooper's bottles are 740. So 30 bottles, 23 litres in the keg, which is ready to bottle. This makes up just on 22 litres and a quarter, pretty close to it, which is good because I tend to find you lose the bottom litre in sediment, and if it's brewed fully, and the last half litre gets pretty yucky. Yeah, the Morgan's powders, they have to sit for an hour and then be rinsed. The other one we've been using was half an hour, and the vapors did the sterilising, but they're all slightly different. So read the instructions. Find the Cooper's bottles. I've got 2 beer glasses that are 370ml each, so you get perfect pour 2 glasses out of a bottle, which is really neat. Almost, yeah, very, very level. So anyway, they're done. In an hour's time we'll go up and start bottling.
2 bits left, so.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're just about, so this is a stout. So just pop the lid. We've got it ready to bottle. We have the bottles on the floor. Just did the hydrometer. It's interesting, it's showing you, see the stout on the bench. There we are. You can see that so good, but the focus isn't the best. But it really needs to be about 1,000, 1,005. It's showing us about 1,010, so it was very hot the first few days, then it turned quite cool, so I'm not sure that it fully brewed as slowly and as well as it should have, but anyway, we'll see. The testing will be in the tasting. Okay, last bottle done. That's the pourer. Actually, I think accidentally put a bit too much water in it this time. And that would explain, I would say, why it's come up at about 4% rather than 5%, 4 and 4.2 maybe. But the way it's reading, it's about 3/4, so 4% won't be too bad. So not quite a mid-strength, a bit stronger. But anyway, yeah, we've got 30 bottles and all to go to get stored for a fortnight, and then we'll give her a taste.
So I just whipped up a banana bread. I had a couple of old bananas sitting in the fridge. And because we've actually got quite a well-stocked pantry these days, I've got plenty of eggs and milk and what have you. So I made a banana cake while dinner was cooking, and I'm absolutely stoked because it's actually the first time I've ever made a banana bread. So, yum. Maybe you'll get to see us eat it over the next few days. Australian yellow leaf. I don't know, I'm blowing off.
There we go. There's action shot. Australian yellow leaf and first fleet lettuce, and our first 3 little Roma tomatoes. So they're the ones that we grew through winter in the greenhouse, and that's
we have first. 2 more coming.
We got 2 more coming on that one. The other one, which was
has 2
little ones on it, it's been a lot slower to fruit, but yeah, no, they're in the greenhouse. They're as high as the greenhouse now, and it's the way to have it, so you get tomatoes for spring. Okay, what you doing?
Currently I'm planting beefsteak tomatoes. So
Are they like crossed with a cow?
Not quite. They're a big fat tomato, suitable for like making burgers and things with.
Okay. And you're putting in other seeds?
So far I've done Black Beauty zucchinis, I've done butternut and jack pumpkins, I've done some mini sweet capsicums. I actually have a pile. Today is tomato day and pumpkin day and cucumber day and capsicum day. This is one of the banes of my life. I'm actually sitting here loading up my seed raising trays, and with each load up I do, I have to pull out sticks and twigs, and I find that really frustrating because you buy a decent quality seed raising mix and I end up spending half of the time pulling these large clumps out because they haven't been sieved properly. And when you pay for what is supposed to be, see, there's another, a decent quality seed raising mix, the last thing you want to have to do is sit here and go through and pull out sticks. This is today's stick profile. I've done 2 containers and I've pulled all those out so far, and there's more over here. So yeah, very frustrating. Okay. Well, since we have a power outage, I'm sitting here doing seeds. Mark's going to get upset with me if he sees the table like this. I'm going to have to clean it off after I'm done. But so far I've got beetroot, I've got a costoluto, tomato, I've got white and brown onions down, and some celery. So I have left a couple of lots of tomatoes, a couple of lots, oh, and some more asparagus and some, yeah, 3 types of tomatoes and an asparagus. And that's Winston going off over there because he can hear another dog down the road barking. Okay, so these are the tomatoes that I put in a couple of days ago. These are literally just the cut pieces off the Roma. That one's not looking good. That one has a canner up. That doesn't look good. And there looks to be a little one in there, but still waiting. These are my pincushion Hakia. So I've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. These are snake beans, and they're the ones that I've planted out today. These are the black turtle beans. That's what these are. And then each of these is individually tagged as well, and that's a mix of tomatoes, and I actually put some squash in there too, mainly because I just had a couple of jiffies left and I was looking to use them up, and I had planned to put squash down anyway. Okay, I did these in a hurry, so I haven't videoed it, but these are the pincushion Hakia that I had down here in one of these white trays. I've had to transplant them today simply because they were just too big. They needed to go out. Some of them have already started to form their 2nd and 3rd sets of leaves. These are the beans. They're going very well. These are the other beans. They need to go in the sun, but it's been really hot. So we have another set of beans coming up here. These are actually my Heath Banksia. And I don't know about our West Australian Christmas trees. I'm not sure they're going to come up. But as I said, we've got a couple of Heath Banksias already. A quick update on the tomatoes. I mean, they are a bit wilty, but that's the one I think that's most at risk. I think the other 3 will probably survive. I do have them sitting in my very favourite dish of water. So, and then today, one of the jobs I'm going to do, you might remember we planted lavenders in the vegetable garden. Well, one of them we've actually swapped out already. The other one is still looking grim, so we've bought another one. We're going to do a swap out. The one that's actually in the garden is going to come out and go into a pot so we can nurse it back to health. This one instead is going to go in that spot. It seems to be that the bigger they are, the more they're able to survive the harsh weather. The other thing that happened today was, yes, we went to Bunnings. We had something that we had to go and get, and while we were there, they were giving away these tomatoes. So this one's a gross Lissy. As you can see, it looks reasonably happy and healthy. So I'm not ready to put it in the garden yet, simply because we don't have a bed ready. But this one, I'll probably put him up into another bigger pot so that we can get him nice and big. We actually also harvested a couple of tomatoes yesterday, and super slack me, didn't video it. The other thing in the mail day before yesterday, this is my 5 asparagus crowns. As you can see, this little one has actually already started to shoot, so we'll need to make sure he's above the dirt line. So that's good. They've got to go in today because they have been soaking pretty much all day, and they're ready for planting. So I'm going to go and get into that.
This is one of our little callistemons that we've planted, and his first flush of flowers. So, I don't know if you can see the label so good, but it is a Callistoman. It's a Reeves pink. He's faded a fair bit from being out here, but isn't he glorious?
This is my asparagus bed, and as you can see, these are doing really well. They've got really good ferny tops on them now. Really, this is the area that the 5 will go into. I may be able to fit another one over here. I have one here, so I just need to try and stay away from that. But oh, there's one of his roots again. His roots are very quick to pop out of the ground. I'm going to actually dig a hole and then I'll show you how I put them in. It's going to be a bit tricky, but essentially you splay out the roots. I'm just trying to be very careful, and I'll have to turn it off again in a moment. But you splay out the roots and then you cover it. I was already starting to send up a spear. I've actually kept the spear proud out of the ground. So that he's already started. So you'll see there's an asparagus fern here. I'll just pull these, and here's another. So these are the first ones. These are ones that I actually grew from seed. They will be another 2 years before we can harvest anything off them. These ones, oh, look at that. It's a snail. These ones will be good next year, so come winter, that's when we'll actually cut these back, because this year we can't harvest any. So, look at these weeds. They're just everywhere. So I'll keep going and I'll get these last 4 in. Okay, so this bed is now full. There are actually 10 asparagus crowns planted. So one here, and those 2, and these. I've put a couple up the back there and along the front, and that one there. So that should be really good. Now, as I said previously, I don't eat them, but Mark and Charlotte do. They really enjoy them. So we're going to grow them. And, oh, now the ones I put in, meant to say, they're actually 2-year crowns. So there'll be another 12 months. So next year we should be able to harvest off those. So those 5 will be good. These 2 will be good. There's another one in there, so that should be good. So that should give us 8 that we can harvest off and 2 that we can't.
Okay. We got 5 eggs today, and sadly one of our big Sussex hens went up the back of the pen, and she had her head tucked in, and she's passed away sleeping. So just buried her, and yeah, they reach an age, and it's the way to go. So as I said, they tuck their head in, and we've seen it before, and just go to sleep and don't wake up. So if you're going to go, it's a way to do it. We got a couple of little gladdies. We've got a big box over there of last year's bulbs, so we've got to get out. We bought some sunflowers too, so a little bit of planting.
Well, as you know, we get a lot of bird life here. This is a different one. We've been watching them coming and going for a little while. They look like overgrown budgerigars, actually. And this is why we've been putting the bird feeder out. So I would like to get another 1 or 2 of them, so that we can encourage more of the birds to come and feed. I'm not sure it'll let me get any closer. Hang on. I'll see what I can do so we can get a better view of him. A yellow neck and sort of a bluey body, and he's got a bit of red on his back. They're very pretty, but they're very cagey. Yeah. Sorry, there's a little bit of movement. I'm just trying to keep as still as possible, but having a lovely feed. Got a bit closer. I'm not sure quite what kind he is, but I'll have to look him up in our bird book. But he's lovely. As I said, we just get so many different kinds of birds here. We've actually been trying to get these ones on film for a little while. Oh, no, there he goes. Okay, so here, these have all been started this morning. So hopefully, with a bit of luck, we'll do well. So there's the canna. That's the Heathbanksia. Those ones there are the pincushion hakias. Beans. It's another bean or a set of beans. Yeah, well, looks to be, whoop. Oh, there, one in there. If I take that out, but anyway, we'll wait and see. Pop you back in. I think those ones can probably be ditched. They don't look like they're going to do anything, and so they've gone bad. Yeah, so anyway, so we'll just keep an eye on it, see what happens, see what comes up.
It's a bit hard to see him. He's in behind the trees, but that smoke trail is airplane. Oh, there he is. Oh, cool, got him. Doing acrobatics. He was just dropping smoke everywhere, and now he's doing loop-de-loops. He's in behind the trees again, so we'll wait for him. Welcome to Stormhaven just before sunset. You can see the beautiful light. It's absolutely glorious, and we're just sitting outside. There he is behind the trees. Oh, there he is. My finger. In the middle of the shot there, and then he's doing another loop-de-loop, and down he goes. And he there he is. Oh, come on, you can do it, camera. Having trouble focusing on him, but yeah. There he is.
Well, that's the end of another fortnight. We've it's been a fortnight of highs and lows. So we did have a chick that hatched. We called it OLC, one lucky chick. We thought we would get two, but we had power outages in the last week. So OLC hatched. It was a very traumatic hatching. And OLC was very weak, and so OLC passed today.
Yeah, what, 24, 48 hours? 24
About 24 hours.
Totally out of the shell, but yeah, he was, anyway, he wasn't in good order as he hatched out. The second egg that we was solid and looked good, it just failed to hatch, but there was certainly a chicken inside it, but yeah, it didn't make the breakthrough.
No.
So that was a bummer, and we lost one of our big chooks this week, one of the Sussex hens, so possibly heat and old age.
It's hard to know how old they were because they were here when we came to Stormhaven.
But she did laid down and put the wing over the head and went to sleep like that. So if you're going to go, that's the way. Not often, and didn't wake up in the morning. So found her the next day, and as I said, just wing, head tucked in under the wing, and there she was.
So she's down in the...
Yeah, we buried her next to Gal.
Our old dog.
Yeah, and near the fruit trees, and so anyway.
And we put OIC in there, OLC.
Yeah, with her as well.
Yeah, so we took the cover off the pool. We have got a major algae breakout. I have given it a chlorine bombing.
Well, it's been winter and it's been undercover, and it hasn't had any maintenance for 6 months. So.
No. So anyway,
could be way worse actually. Could have been totally green.
Well, I've been throwing chlorine blocks in there, and with the cover over it, it's kept the...
And running the filter once a week at least. Well, yeah, generally once a week for a day.
Yeah. We have seeds up.
Went to Nana Pitts down in Gatton, so it was nice. Saw Mum.
You got bulbs.
Yeah.
You've had highs and lows in the bulbs too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well, here we got some of the tulip bulbs. The pot that wasn't flowering, and we said we didn't know, it was holding its water, and whilst the top looked, the bottom of it was absolutely saturated. So I'd say that was one of our major concerns or causes, where the bulbs are rotten. They're just too wet. So have a think about it next year. Different pot this year, so
and a different potting mix.
Had a different potting mix, so combination of both. But boy, it held its water.
Yeah. And the noise you can hear behind us is actually Kayla licking on the screen. Anyway, so yeah, lots happening. You'll see more next fortnight. You'll see the glady bulbs. You'll get to see the pool next fortnight. And we'll be able to show you all the vegetable seedlings that are up.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And please take a moment. Remember to like and to share and to subscribe to the channel. So the benefit of you sharing is that it helps us be found by the YouTube algorithm. And we really appreciate it because that helps us a lot. The subscribing means that you never miss out on what we're up to. And please feel free to leave comments because we're always interested. We're always want to know what everyone's up to. Tell us how you're going with your garden. Are your chicks flourishing? Are you having problems? Did you have a power outage too? You know, so all of those sorts of things. And anyway, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye and we'll see you in a fortnight's time. Bye.